George, so you're famous for having like many kickboxing fights. Sometimes two fights in one weekend, sometimes every weekend. That's pretty crazy. Like, how do you manage that? And what do you think the benefits of that are? Because kickboxing is not like jiu-jitsu or like wrestling. Like you're not getting hit. There's no risk of getting knocked out. There's like real consequences. So how do you get rid of this, both mentally and physically? How do you prepare for this, mentally and physically?
I think there's no easy way to prepare for this, but I think like you have some in-house fights, with shin guards and gloves. A lot of them like will help you prepare for like the fights with no shin guards. And then basically I have one fight to prepare myself for the next fight, and that fight will prepare me for the next fight, and then that fight will prepare me for the next fight.
I see. Yeah. So it's like a rolling chain effect. Eh?
Yeah, and if you stop for a few months, you're gonna get nervous again. And so now I'm fighting less. But before it was easier because I kept fighting.
Yeah. How often would you fight? Like, and how many kickboxing fights do you have, or kickboxing and boxing?
Kickboxing and boxing, I don't know, maybe like almost 30.
Almost 30.
20 something.
Wow. And then how long did those fights take over? Like, what was the time period for those fights? Did you have those fights? Like, how many fights what was the time you did those fights in? Like, over what period of time?
Well, I guess maybe 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah,
Okay.
from when I started till now.
Yeah. Okay. And you know how you're also a professional MMA fighter now.
I guess so.
How's that striking experience helped you in the cage?
It helps a lot because you're not so scared when you get hit. The more times you get hit, the less you get scared of getting hit.
Yeah.
So it all helps. Yeah.
So would you rather have 30 jiu-jitsu matches or 30 kickboxing fights to get you ready for a professional MMA fight?
Twice.
If you had to pick one.
If I have to pick one, then maybe 30 kickboxing fights.
Yeah.
But I need to train grappling also. I can't just not train jiu-jitsu or not train wrestling. You have to train everything.
Okay.
But it's the fights, like, because someone's gonna punch you 100%. So to feel that helps, I think.
Okay. So you often see like a lot of grapplers. I mean, they might have a lot of like grappling experience, but like once you get into a cage, you're very scared to get hit, and like.
Yeah.
So would you advise like a grappler who wants to transition to MMA, like do some striking fights before they do MMA, or?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But still keep doing what you're good at. You go a grappler and keep your grappling training. Like you need a few, I think at least 3 striking fights. Yeah.
Boxing or kickboxing?
It kind of depends on your grappling, but I would lean towards kickboxing.
Okay, why?
Because it's a little bit more tools you can use, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like more of a wrestler, maybe boxing helps because you don't want to kick someone and have them grab your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the most number of kickboxing fights you've had in like say 1 year?
1 year, probably 10 or 11 or something.
10. Okay. And how would you recover in between those fights?
Well, light sparring. I almost do no hard sparring. Just light sparring every day when you train.
Yeah.
And then the hard sparring part is just the fight itself.
Okay.
So just don't go hard. If someone is a bit crazy, try to avoid sparring with that guy.
Okay.
Fight often and mostly light sparring when you train.
Okay. So if you're sparring light all the time, how do you switch it up to a real fight?
By fighting regularly. So if you are not the guy who likes to fight every month, you fight every 6 months, for example, then you might need some hard sparring, like maybe once a week.
Okay. And who should you hard spar with?
Someone similar level, similar weight. You don't want to go hard sparring with someone much smaller than you because you can't work your defense. You don't want to hard spar with someone who is much heavier than you because you can't work your offense. So it's like a balance. Someone similar level, similar weight. I would say similar weight.
Okay. Similar skill too?
If possible, yes.
Okay. And